Is Don Frye back in MMA? UFC 113 is pushed back because of the return of Pride? A pretty big main event for UFC Fight Night 21. All that and more in this edition of MMA WireTap. Alright, so let me just clear up one little error I had in my past few videos. I actually thought that UFC on Versus 1 and UFC Fight Night 21 were the same thing. You know, I didn't actually think they were going to take on a whole new name for that event. So, yeah, those are two different events with two different main events. And I thought I'd just clear that up right now before I continue on with these videos and keep making that error. So, my bad about that. So news coming out of Sengoku 12 last week, or my last edition, I said that Jorge Santiago will be fighting in Sengoku 12. They actually got an opponent for him. It's actually Mamed Khalidov. They actually fought at Sengoku 11, and Khalidov knocked Santiago out, which was seen as a huge upset, but it wasn't for the title. But this time they'll be fighting for the middleweight title over there, so that should be a really good fight. UFC Fight Night 21 has finally chosen its venue, with it being in Charlotte, North Carolina. Ross Pearson, the winner of Ultimate Fighter, is set to fight in there as well. Gleison Tibau will take on Cal Uno over there in UFC Fight Night 21 as well. The main event of UFC Fight Night 21 will see Kenny Florian versus Takanori Gomi. I think this is a pretty good fight for the lightweight division to see, you know, who the next contender could be. I personally think the winner of this should go on to face Gray Maynard, and that way you can have a true contender to see who faced BJ Penn after Frankie Edgar. Like Gray Maynard's last performance, it wasn't all that great. We already seen that, you know. I don't think they should throw him at BJ Penn already. Kenny Florian, he's already taken him on, and I don't think he should get the shot right away as well. Gomi is a new contender in the UFC, and I think if he takes Florian and he takes Maynard, that he is a true contender for BJ Penn, and that would be a really good fight. I think he's the biggest threat right now in the lightweight division to BJ Penn. Nobody else has really proven it, and sure, he hasn't proven it yet in the UFC, but I think, you know, from his past fights, is in the Pride division and all that, you know, I think he's the biggest threat thus far. UFC 110, it sold out pretty quick, you know, that the main event of that, Nogueira and Velasquez, that sold out really fast, and Dana White already just, he announced that they're going to have a viewing party in the basement, or the lobby of the event center over there for everybody who didn't get a chance to buy the tickets. I think that's a great move by Dana White. You know, that shows that he's really committed to his fans, and he wants everybody to be a part of the UFC community. UFC 112 announced, well, DeMarcus Johnson is going to be fighting at that. Don't know much about him, but there's a little bit of news there. UFC 113 has been pushed to May 8th. It was first scheduled to be May 1st, but now it's May 8th because there's rumors about Floyd Mayweather, to face Sugar Shane Mosley. Apparently that's going to be a huge fight this year. I'm not a big boxing fan, but it's going to be a huge fight this year, and Dana White personally said he doesn't want to go up against a main event boxing match like that, so I'm going to have to wait a week more to see this fight in Montreal. UFC 114, Rampage and Rashad will be main eventing that. That seems to be 80% true right now. That's going to be taking place May 28th. I'm sort of pissed off, you know. I actually want to see that in Montreal, but it looks like Josh Koscheck and Paul Dilly will be co-main eventing UFC 113 with Shogun and Machida. In other news, we got Tim Sylvia making his return, not to the UFC, but to a different company. I'm not totally sure which one, but he'll be taking on Wes Sims March 20th. As I said in my last edition, Wes Sims is fighting Bobby Lashley at the end of this month. So it looks like he just really wants to make a splash. And, you know, if he takes out these two guys, his name's right back up there. You know, like, well, not up there, but he'll be back in discussion with a lot of companies. But Tim Sylvia, I think he's a waste man now. Sure, I think he'll take out West Sims, but it's not going to be a big thing in his career. People are just going to be like, whatever. It's just Tim Sylvia, He got knocked out in 9 seconds by Ron Mercer. Psst. Anyways, there's this big dispute going on with Nate Quarry and Fight Mafia. Fight Mafia is actually a clothing company that produces MMA fighting gear and stuff. Their UFC 19 Fight Night 19, sorry. Nate Quarry came out wearing one of their shirts, and he was promised some money, like as a sponsorship would. But ever since then, he still hasn't got paid. They've been having war of words now. Fight Mafia has been sending Nate Quarry emails since December, even up to January 20th, saying, we'll have your money, but he's not getting anything. So they actually went public with this now even more. Fight Mafia president actually told a news company, saying that Nate Quarry's a bitch, basically. So in other words, basically, you know what I mean? He said he's not that good of a fighter and all that type of stuff, but Nate Quarry even came out now, copy and pasting every single email that Fight Mafia has been sending them, showing them how much of a little bitch they are, and basically in the end stating that I'm going to be sticking with the big companies. Shoutouts to like Sprawl, Tap Out, Silver Star, Echo, and all those big companies. So he looks like he's going to be staying with one of those. But that's a really messed up sponsorship deal, That's why I think fighters should be sticking with those big names. Also, there's rumors about Don Frye coming back. I actually seen this before. I wasn't, believing in the first place. He's pretty old now, and he sure has a spot in the MMA world. But yeah, he actually killed the rumor, saying that no, he's not coming back. He actually bashed Herschel Walker and all these other Jose Canseco, all these old guys that have big names from other sports and other things that are trying to make a name in MMA. And he bashed them. He's like, they should have no spot in the MMA world, They're like, 50-something years old by now, and, they're just trying to make money. Wherever the money is, they're going to go, and they're making the MMA world look like it's a circus act, and it's bullshit, I'm totally with Don Frye on this. I'm glad he's not coming back, only because, he'd be a hypocrite for saying what he is. Don Frye is a great guy. I wouldn't mind seeing him in the UFC as a commentator or anything like that, but who knows, it could happen one day. Dana White was actually talking about having future UFC events under the Pride FC banner. I personally don't think that's ever going to happen, It's just like stupid rumors spreading around. He even just mentioned it, but I don't see it happening. Pride's come and gone, and I don't think they should, like how the WWE did with ECW, and they just totally destroyed the brand name of ECW. But I think they should leave Pride as it is, because it's not like how it was before, and it won't ever be how it was before. So I think Dana White should just leave it as it is. And the last piece of bit of news I have is Anderson Silva's manager is saying he's considered fighting a heavyweight. He succeeded at light heavyweight thus far. I don't think he should jump all the way up to heavyweight. Sure, he could, but I think he should stay in the middleweight, light heavyweight division. If he cleans them out, sure, go ahead for the heavyweight division. He loves taking on challenges, and I don't mind seeing him in the heavyweight division. But still, middleweight, light heavyweight, there's still a lot of competition there for him. Sure, I think he's probably the best fighter in UFC right now. And there's still some people he hasn't faced, and you never know nowadays. Everybody thought Machida was untouchable, and look what happened. Shogun came up, and he gave him a run for his money. So I'm not saying that there is somebody in the UFC right now that can give Anderson Silva a run for his money, but you never know nowadays. Anything can happen. So that's all for this edition of MMA WireTap. I will be seeing you guys soon, and hope you enjoyed this edition.